Welcome back to the Doug McConey channel. A few things have changed since we last chatted. Hold on, let me, the work setup's changed a little bit. Can we all say hashtag WFH? All right, people. There's a serious issue going on around the world, and it's called a global pandemic. And we're all working from home. This is mind-boggling for a guy who has been on 38 planes. 38 planes. It's all paused now. But let's try to put things in perspective and think a little bit about what we can do individually during this global crisis. The first thing I want to remind everybody is please take this seriously. Listen to the recommendations from our governmental officials and from the CDC. This is a really dangerous time, and you might be young, you might be healthy, but there are people who are not, and we have a civic and moral responsibility to our fellow citizens. And so this is a great time to remember something that we've talked a lot about on the Doug McConey vlog over the last 4 years is empathy. And having empathy for the sick, having empathy for the old, having empathy for those of our friends and colleagues that get diagnosed with this really dangerous virus. Show some empathy, people. It could or may be us. The other thing, and this is really, really important. Hold on, let me focus in a little bit. For those of us that are fortunate enough to continue to have a lot of work in this serious downturn, don't take that for granted. Stay focused, right? Make sure, it's hard. We're all at home and we have families and kids and loved ones and distractions and dogs that like to bark and contribute on conference calls. But we need to continue to stay focused. It is imperative for our economy. It is imperative for our businesses. It is imperative for our livelihoods. And again, going back, have empathy for those that are in those industries that are really, really impacted. Think about those in the restaurant industry. Think about those in the hospitality and travel industries. It's really scary. So if you're fortunate enough to be in a business that still is moving, don't take that for granted and really help us keep the economy moving to the extent that we can. The other thing is think about your mental health, right? I've been working from home for over 2 weeks now, hashtag WFH. So one thing to help with mental health is turn on those cameras. There's something about having the cameras on. It is lonely working from home. And for a guy who's a big extrovert and is just used to talking and seeing a lot of people, did I mention 38 planes? It's different when you can actually look at somebody in the eye, even though it's virtually, and just talking to somebody on the phone. I've been working from home for 2 weeks at this point, and I really feel like I've got a good setup at my office to be able to keep those cameras on and really be able to collaborate virtually with my clients and my teams. So what I've been using when I'm dialing into all of my conference calls and video chats is I actually use my mobile phone for all of that. And I've got it on a tripod because it's important to be able to have a camera at eye level. Really, really changes the whole vibe of your conference call. I've got a double screen setup. I put my email here. I've got my chats section here. And then I use this screen for other information that I might need to pull up. You'll see I've got Excel, Sheets, Word docs, Google Docs, whatever docs that you're interested in. My iPad I'm using for whiteboarding and virtual collaboration. I can put that on my lap, I can move it around, I can draw on things. It's really a nice setup. And then with the lighting, it looks pretty nice. Not bad. The last piece of advice, the last thing to think about with this work from home and in this quarantine is also think about your physical health, right? You all know from the last vlog with the McHealth update, I've really tried to be focused because it is hard when I'm at home to make sure that I'm spending time exercise, being mindful that I'm getting proper rest and sleep and proper nutrition. If you're new around here, Don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, but remember, show some empathy, stay focused, turn those cameras on, and continue to focus on your mental and physical health and well-being during this crazy, crazy time. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more exciting content on the Doug McConey channel, and we'll see you around the internet.